Just not 100% here, honestly, so. That's why we're doing tier lists, though, to begin with. Alright. Hi. Hi. Okay, so, Pokemon games, let's go! So this is just mainline series games. Alright, so we got Gen 1, S tier. With Pikachu, S tier. Gen 2, S tier. Crystal, S tier. Which, of course, I guess, yeah, I've only played through Crystal once, which was the Crystal randomizer we did forever ago. So I know in Crystal you can be a girl, which I do really like the girl avatar in Crystal. And then it has new stuff with Suicune running about. I think, is Isween? Is he even a character? I don't know if he is. But yeah, I do really like the female character. I don't have Crystal, but I did grow up with someone who had one, who I would just, like, play when I was over there. Gen 3, S tier, even tippity toppeter. And then, of course, Emerald. Fire Red Leaf Green. I really like Fire Red Leaf Green. I'm also tired of Fire Red Leaf Green, honestly, because it's one of the main ones that gets used for ROM hacks and whatnot. I've played through the game a good number of times now, and I've gone through it with ROM hacks, etc. And, you know, like, even if it's a ROM hack and they redo a lot of the stuff, like, it still has that Fire Red Leaf Green feel to it, and it has specific things, you know, that's special with that game, like the item menus, and just, like, those sprites and stuff. And then also the Sevi Isles, which, honestly, I don't really care about the Sevi Isles. It does add some to the game, but I don't give a shit about the Sevi Isles at all, honestly. Um, This one's a tough one for me. I mean, I want to say it's S tier, but it might not be for me. It might be like A tier. I do think overall it's, you know, a great remake of Gen 1. Fantastic remake of Gen 1. But I don't know. Gosh, I really don't know. And, like, even seeing the artwork, like, I see the artwork and I'm just like, yeah, Fire Red Leaf Green. I think I have to put it A tier. Because I think fondly of Gen 1 and Gen 2 and Gen 3. I think super fondly of those whenever I see them played or I hear the music, etc. I'm like, God, I want to play that generation again. Like, I want to go back and just play just standard red and blue. I just have so much nostalgia for it, you know? I just love it so much. But when I see Fire Red Leaf Green, I'm like, yeah. I don't really want to go back to them, honestly. Which is so wild. I don't fully know why that is. Because, like, Gen 1 has so many fucking issues. And they're fixed with Fire Red Leaf Green. But I don't know. I just don't want to play them when I think about Gen 1. I'd rather just play standard Gen 1. I don't know. I don't know what it is with that. I'd still put it A tier. Fantastic game. But I'm tired of it. Gen 4. Standard Gen 4. F tier. Platinum. Of course above, but still F tier. Soul Silver Heart Gold. Soul Silver Heart Gold is a remake where I'm like, this is better than the original, and I would play it over the original. And I think I would actually probably put it, like, up here. popular culture things. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. You can just search stuff up. You can make your own too. They're just fun to do. Kind of like well, for me personally, it's kind of like, you know how there's those like doll dress up games? Like dress up games, create your own character games, like pick crews. And then these and like quizzes. I don't know. They're just super fun to do. Platinum is good. Platinum is better, but it's still Gen 4 and I fucking hate Gen 4. You know what? I guess I'll put it C. I'll put it C. If I have to go back to Gen 4, it's gonna be Platinum. And you know what? Here, let me do this too. If I have to go back to Gen 4, it's Platinum. Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl can fuck off. Sure, it's better than the original, but just barely. It's still F tier. I do like... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I coughed into the microphone. Apologies. I'm sorry if I did that. I don't know if I did. Okay, I didn't? Oh, thank God. I wasn't sure. I looked over at my microphone and I was like, oh, it's not red. Oh, God. It's the same but buggier. Is it buggier than the original? Oh my God. They're just both fucking trash. Ugh, I feel so bad for people. Like, I mean, we have had a lot of Gen 4 love. Like, we have Legends Arceus. There's a lot of Gen 4 stuff in the new DLC. Even though it's supposed to be connected to Gen 5. But... yeah, sorry, I ate some pizza, now I can't breathe through my nose. And I'm like coughing and shit. Alright. So yeah, I fucking awful. Gen 5 is great. Ooh. I think I'd prefer personally to play... I really like Heart Gold's Soul Silver. Those are just so good. And these are just games in general. You know, I'm not talking like regions. Like all of Gen 2, all of Gen 5. No, these are just each individual game. Because Gen 3 and Gen 5 are tied as my #1 favorite generations. But also, Heart Gold Soul Silver, I think, was Gen 4 technically, and it's a fantastic fucking game. So, yeah. Yeah, because if I wanted to play Gen 3, then it would be Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. I think those are fantastic remakes with fantastic added story. It's just, they're 10 out of 10, in my opinion. I had no idea until much later that people, like, apparently really railed on Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire when it came out. Like, they consider them absolute trash games. I didn't get the game on launch because I was broke as fuck. And I didn't have a job. I was waiting to get another job. So I didn't play Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and I avoided everything on it for like, I think a year or 2 years or something. I don't know, but I avoided the crap out of them until I got a job and I could buy them myself. But I think they're great games. I love them. Going back to them makes me so happy. I don't know. Would I put them maybe above? Well, I don't know. I really like Heart Gold, Soul Silver because you also get the follower Pokemon that follow behind you. And honestly, even it just adds so much to the game. Just being able to see your Pokemon behind you, like follow you, it's so good. Okay, I gotta go blow my nose. Holy shit! I'll be right back. All right. Oops. Let's do art stream. There we go. Okay. God. Okay. So yeah, I was talking about Soul Silver or Alpha Sapphire. Like, if I had to go play one right now, what would I play? Honestly, for me, probably Alpha Sapphire, because I've only played through it twice. Those games. I've only played through them twice. When I finished it, and then when we did the randomizer. And I do really like the graphic style, the whole area, everything. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. They're all very close up there on S tier. But yeah, I think Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby. Oh. I mean, seriously, when I got Alpha Sapphire and I booted it up and I saw that intro screen remade with the music, I cried. I cried when I finally got that and played it. I was like, holy shit, it's finally time. We're back, baby. Because I think that entire time I took a break from Pokemon. I didn't touch Pokemon for like a year or two. Because I specifically wanted to wait for Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, and get my own job and just move forward in my life. A lot of stuff happened in that period of time when that game came out. A lot of stuff happened. And I just couldn't bring myself to like have joy in my life at that time. And I just didn't have money. So I just stayed away from it. But then when I finally got it, I just fucking cried. It's such a good game. Means a lot to me. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's how I'd place it. Seems good to me. Alright. Black 2, white 2. Also very good. Also fucking S tier, baby. You know it! Also S tier. But do I like it more than base black and white? Now that... Whew. I think so. I think I like it more than black and white. The thing with, if you don't know, with Black and White 2, is that it was possibly the only game in the series to like have a continuation. Like Black had its story, you went through it, but then you would get White 2 or whatever, and it basically continued the story. And that was so fucking amazing. It was the first time they ever did it. I think it's the only time they've done it since, really. So fucking good. And they actually changed how the game was played a little bit, in that you started in the same area, but you went around the map differently. And you did different things. You met new people. You met old people. It was super well done. And then how they added Kyurem to it was great. You know, because Kyurem was just a basic fucking spawn in Black and White that had nothing. It was just there. And you were like, who the fuck is this? So yeah, I think I would do that. X and Y. Oh god, X and Y. The story of X and Y, playing it again with the randomizer we did. Garbage. The story is unfortunately garbage. I like the plot line with AZ. That's cool. I like that there was a Pokemon war in the past. The whole region is absolutely beautiful. The new Pokemon are great. Team Flare and Team Flare's story just sucks so bad. Because it just kind of doesn't matter. You know, I mean, yeah, they're gonna destroy the world or whatever, but like, I don't know, they just suck. They're not fun. But I do enjoy playing the game. I do boot it up every now and then, even though I don't get super far into it. And I like the legendaries. It's just the story. Unfortunately, I love games with really strong stories. But this game holds itself up just because it's Pokemon. It has fantastic new Pokemon. The region is fucking amazing. And we also get Mega Evolutions. This was the game that brought us Mega Evolutions. Yeah, it's just the story. If it wasn't that the story was absolute trash, X and Y might be top tier for me, but it's literally just the story that holds us down. With Lysander and whatnot. Lysander's stupid. It's just bad. Okay, and then we have base Sun and Moon, which I love. Sun and Moon. I love the story. I love the added story that gets added with Ultra Sun and Moon, but they take out parts of Sun and Moon's story in Ultra Sun and Moon that I hate that they took out. Base Sun and Moon had the story of what was her name? I don't even remember. That mom character who went into the ultra space and basically got consumed by one of the ultra beasts and like fused with an ultra beast, and you had to fight her. That shit was dope as hell. That was so cool. So fucking cool. Pokemon are great. Region is fantastic. I would also give this like an A. You know, I might knock this down to a B. Fire Red, Leaf Green might go B for me. Man, I don't know what it is. I just see Leaf Green and Fire Red, and I'm just like, cool, I don't want to play those. Even though they're so much better than the base. I don't know. I don't know. Alright. God, so I think I would also put Ultra Sun and Moon down as a B, because yeah, they get rid of the Lusamine story, which was the mom. I remembered. They get rid of the Lusamine story, which really fucking sucks. I mean, she's still there, but she doesn't fuse with the Ultra Beast, and you have to fight her, and blah blah blah. They get rid of all that. They add Rainbow Rocket, which was really cool. Rainbow Rocket was, I think, a post-game thing where you come across Giovanni, who has figured out how to get other evil guys from other dimensions. So you actually see Maxie and Archie from base Ruby and Sapphire. But not from the new one, because they did change. There's base Ruby and Sapphire, and then there's Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, which have different evil characters who are the same, but it's like a different universe, and they're completely different. They look different, but they act pretty much the same. Rainbow Rocket brought back base Archie and Maxie, or whatever. And that was sick as shit. That was so cool. And then yeah, just the fact that Rainbow Rocket, like, it was, you know, Rocket the red R, but instead it was Rainbow instead. But yeah, it was Giovanni bringing together like other evil guys, hoping to rule everything, blah blah blah. That was cool. That was really cool. But it does not replace the Lusamine story for me. It really doesn't. And then they added like the Ultra Dimensions or whatever. You could go and get shiny Pokemon. Like, it's great for shiny hunting. But it was a big disappointment, especially since it came after Black and White and Black and White 2, where the story continued. I thought they were going to do the same with Ultra Sun and Moon. I thought they were going to just continue the story, you know. We go about it kind of the same, but in a different way. And we get new story. No. They just copy and pasted the game. And then, like, replaced a few things and added a few things. It was such a big fucking disappointment. I'm over it more than I used to be. I used to be super upset about this, and some of you maybe have heard it on stream. Me ranting about my hate for the fact that they did what they did with Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon, where it just felt like they just slapped shit onto it, took out one of the best parts of the base game, and then was like, oh, here, pay us another fucking full price tag, $50 or whatever a fucking 3DS game was, for the same fucking game, but with a few changes. Disappointing. So disappointing. And, I mean, it's been long enough now that, you know, it's okay, but... Ugh. Alright. Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee. A lot of people dislike these games. I actually like them quite a bit. I'd put them A tier. Probably bottom A tier. I think that this reimagining, not reimagining, but this go back to Gen 1, but with new mechanics, like new catching mechanics, was really cool, actually. It was fun. It was easy, right? It was easy to catch all these Pokemon. And you constantly catch Pokemon. And it introduced, like, the EXP candy system. It took a lot from Pokemon Go, which is good and bad. And I'm glad that this was kind of like an offshoot main series game and that they didn't continue, like, turning the main series into Let's Go. But I also wouldn't mind another Let's Go game, honestly. Like, a lot of people were joking back in the day when this came out. You know, let's go Togepi, let's go, I don't know, Wooper. Like, yeah, that sounds cool, that sounds good, let's do it. That'd be fun. The game is fun, the game is pretty easy. It can kind of become, like, regular Gen 1 Pokemon with its difficulty a little bit if you don't use any of the EXP candies on your Pokemon. But it's still pretty easy. Like, there's always EXP share on. I think this was the first game to, like, force it, where it's always on. And then after this point, it's just always on and you can't turn it off. But I think that's fine for the other games because there's so many Pokemon that it's understandable. For Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, I think it's a little much because there's only 151-ish Pokemon, in the game? You know? Like, the original cast of Pokemon are in the game, so the always on EXP share isn't really necessary. But, I don't know. I had a really fun time with it. I really did. And I wouldn't mind another one. Sword and Shield. Oof, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield is either going to be B or C for me. I enjoyed my time with Sword and Shield. I enjoyed the characters. I enjoyed the art style so much more. I went back and I opened up Sword and Shield so I could transfer some Pokemon from that to Pokemon Home to Pokemon Violet. I prefer the art style of Sword and Shield so much more than Scarlet Violet. It's ridiculous. Hello, everyone. Hi.
You will pay in blood.
Hi, Super Positive. Hi. Mommy stabbed me. Oh, no. Oh, it's not saying what you were playing. Huh. I've noticed that recently. I think Twitch changed some sort of API or something. Where it's not showing, like... Oh, wait, no, wait. Maybe my bot is offline. Hello, welcome on in, everybody. No, my bot's not offline. Huh. I've heard that Twitch is having some API changes recently, so... Here, let me shout you out manually. I hope you had a great time. Thank you so much. Welcome on in, everybody. We're just doing a chill little stream here. Yeah, okay. Tunic! Oh, Tunic's so good. Oh, God, Tunic was a fantastic time. If anyone likes old school 2D Zelda, go play Tunic. It was so good. But yeah, welcome on in, everybody. Hi. I'm MissBashfulFace. I'm BashfulFace Avoid, currently in the shape of a Arcanine Zoroark. I'm ranking the Pokemon games right now. Earlier, we played the lost, newly recovered Pokemon 2000 Adventure, which is a browser game. That was recently recovered from Did You Know Gaming. We played that earlier today. Very quick game, but it was cute. It was fun. Very cool for its time, for sure. And now we've just been chilling doing tier lists because I'm pretty low energy today. And basically, I'm just talking into the void about Pokemon. So here's my tier list so far. I was just talking about Sword and Shield. So, Sword and Shield. Like I said, I definitely prefer the art style of Sword and Shield to Scarlet and Violet. I think the art style in Scarlet Violet is absolute trash. And I just hate it. And I really hope they don't continue with that art style going forward, honestly. Because I think the characters in game look terrible. And I mean characters, I mean the humanoids, not the Pokemon. Pokemon look fine. Some of them even look better. Like Charizard actually looks angry in Scarlet Violet. But God, the humans? Oh, gross. Not a fan. Not a fan. But I went back, I loaded up Sword and Shield, and I gotta say those characters are so much better. Also, I have to say, I do miss the card system, like the League Trainer card system in Sword and Shield. I think it's really cute and fun. And yeah, it's just so much better than like the measly little profile picture you get in Scarlet Violet. The story in Sword and Shield is not great. It's really not. It's full of holes. It's just I don't know. It's like it was slapped together or something. It's not good. I do like that Sword and Shield still has routes that you can go to and explore. It makes it more memorable versus just a vast open world like Scarlet Violet, which is forgettable. Um, God, this one's either B or C. I did enjoy the raid mechanic it added that Scarlet Violet took. I think I have to put it C. The story is so bad. It's so bad. It, like, the story changes in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon weren't great, but at least it maintained most of its regular story from Sun and Moon. That was good. But Sword and Shield, oh, God. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy running around the open world part of the game. You know, I enjoy the graphics. I enjoyed the region. I liked the region. I liked the characters. It was just poorly written. So I think I would put it above Platinum only because I still hate Gen 4. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Uh but yeah, I think I would put it there. Legends Arceus is probably an S tier. I just don't know where in S tier. Um it was another change of the mainline games, kind of like Let's Go Pikachu Eevee, where they changed so much of everything. But they did a good job of it. And it's awesome and it's fun and I still recommend it to people who want to get back into Pokemon. I'm like, well, if you want to get back into Pokemon and you appreciate graphics not being shit, then and a good story and it's just fun, etc. I would Legends Arceus. Because God, I don't recommend Sword and Shield to people. I don't really recommend Scarlet Violet to people. Uh, but Arceus is top tier for sure. Now, where would I put Arceus? That is the question. I mean, it has to be above Gen 1 and Gen 2 and Gen 3, right? Now, Arceus is in the Gen 4 region, but at the same time, it's its own thing. Uh, hmm. It's definitely not above Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby. And I don't think it's above Heart Gold Soul Silver for me. But I don't know if I want to put it above Gen 5. Because I really like Gen 5. And again, if I think Pokemon, me going back to Pokemon, it would probably still be plain black and white. So yeah, we'll put it right there. We'll put it right there. Now we got Scarlet Violet, the newest one. Oh, alright. This... Oh, man. Now, even though I like the graphics in Sword and Shield more, it runs better, it's more stable, it looks better. The story in Scarlet Violet is really good. It's just all the bugs that keep it down, honestly. And the visual issues, etc. So, and it's the newest, hottest thing. I also really like the legendaries. I like a lot of the Pokemon in the new generation. Like, a lot. So, I think it has to at least be B tier, maybe. No, maybe not. Maybe, like, just above. Because, like, God, going back to the game, after playing so many other games, going back to Scarlet Violet was just disappointing. Like, the new DLC is good, and it's definitely better than the Sword and Shield DLC so far. But, God, the visual issues going back to this game. After playing a bunch of other games, you know, on PC, etc., even other Switch games, it's truly just... I don't... It's just an awful excuse of... I don't know, game making, game design. I don't even know. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened with the Pokemon Company and this game. Scarlet Violet. I don't know what happened. But holy shit, they need to make sure that their next game isn't this fucking trash fire, or I'm just going to start getting upset. I love Pokemon. I love Pokemon. And when I originally played Scarlet Violet, I was pretty okay with it. You know, I was like, okay, I don't really see why people are giving it the hate that it's getting right now. But coming back to it with fresh eyes, I can see it now. I can see why people were complaining about it. And I understand, and I agree with them, honestly. Like, yeah. I think it has no reason to be as bad as it is. It feels like they released some beta or alpha due to time constraints. Yeah, lazy development. I don't know what it was, but holy shit. I shouldn't have to, with this, like, the game's been updated, what, 3 times or whatever? Like, there shouldn't be white bars on the side of my screen when, like, certain effects happen. There shouldn't be white bars on the fucking sides of my screen that are clearly not supposed to be there. If I move the camera, half the map doesn't need to black out, like the texture vanishes or whatever because the camera is fucked. I don't even know. It's just the textures are also terrible, you know? Like, none of the areas look great to look at. I mean, some of them do, but this game would be so much fucking better. So much fucking better if they could fix the issues the game has. And also the constant frame rate drops and shit. Granted, I'm playing on a Gen 1 Switch, but God. Me casually clipping through the floor yesterday when I was shiny hunting Treevant. Oh my goodness. That sucks. Yeah, and the constant, like, camera clipping where, like, the camera is underneath the ground or, like, in a wall or Pokemon spawn in walls, etc. That is still an issue. You know, like, oh, hey, there's a shiny Pokemon, but it's in the wall and you can't fucking get it. Like, that's still an issue. Like, it's so painful that, like, Sword and Shield runs fucking great. It runs great. It looks great. But the story is goddamn garbage. And then Scarlet Violet, the game looks like trash. It runs like trash, but the story is fucking great. Like, Guys! Come on! They just, like, flipped around, and sure, it's a little better, but it's just like, what? It's so painful, dude. It's so painful. Like, I still play, you know, I'm still playing the game. I'm trying to complete the Pokedex and stuff. And I open it up, and I'm like, yeah, Pokemon! But then I see, like, these glitches and this frame rate drop, and I'm just like, Pokemon. Seriously, like, if Gen 10, base Gen 10 is not better, I'm gonna get actually upset. Like, I've held off for years now. I've been like, no, give them the benefit of the doubt. You know? Give them the benefit of the doubt. Who knows what was going on there? We don't know. At this point, if these games don't run better, like, if we still get more Scarlet Violets in the future that run as well as Scarlet Violet, I'm not gonna get these games on release. Like, I love Pokemon, but god fucking damn it. I can't keep supporting that if it's gonna be like that, you know? I expect that kind of quality nowadays. Yeah. See, and like I said earlier, Sword and Shield is mostly fine. It's just the fucking story that gets me. And the writing of characters and whatnot. And I want to love Scarlet Violet more. I want to so bad. And I did at a period of time when the game first came out. But now I just feel burned, honestly. I feel what people were complaining about when the game came out. And I don't blame people for leaving the franchise, honestly. I really don't. And it's unfortunate, and I just hope that the next game is better. Because holy shit, it's gonna be Gen 10. That has to be a special, you know, thing. It's the 10th generation. 10 generations in Pokemon. If this next game isn't good, like, I'm gonna have to rethink my relationship with Pokemon, you know? Each game a lot more time in the oven or outsource the work they can't actually manage and just overlook the story development. Yeah, but the thing is they outsource Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, and that game is a complete fucking garbage fire. I can't even trust them to do that, honestly. I can't even trust them to outsource games. Like, thank God new Pokemon Snap was fantastic. Like, that was good. That was a good outsource. Because that was Bandai Namco. But, like, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl? What the fuck? What the fuck is that game? It's a horrible disappointment. Ugh. Hello, Rumpley. Then a bunch of mobile games. That's true, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah. The Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl people were just mobile game developers. Goodness. Well, that's my tier list for the Pokemon games right there. I think that's a good place for everything for me personally. You'd expect the biggest media franchise of all time could at least get someone a bit more renowned than whoever did. Yeah, I know, right? It's insane. I mean, who knows? Maybe they came to them like, oh, here's our idea for like a remake of Gen 4 or whatever. And then they showed it to them and they were like, yeah, that looks great. I don't know. I'm never gonna know the full story, right? But holy shit. Yeah, I hope so. Anyway, my energy is like 0. I apologize. Hopefully I'll feel better tomorrow. I won't lie. I'm just like super fucking depressed. I just need some time to myself, I think. So, if I stream, I'll let you guys. Well, I mean, I'll be live tomorrow if I stream tomorrow. If I don't stream, because there's a chance maybe I just don't feel like streaming. Because man, I am just. I don't even know how to describe where I am right now. But I might need a little bit of a break, maybe. I'm not sure. If I don't stream tomorrow, I will let you guys know on Twitter and the Discord. Let me find someone to raid for you guys. Front mission. Oh. Bluebird just went live with Unpacking. Let's go raid them. They've only been live for like 16 minutes. That's great. So yeah, if I don't raid tomorrow, I will let you guys know if I need a day off or something. I don't know. I'm super fucking off. Even right now, I'm just like super fucking off. Yeah, it's just a slump. Yeah, I'll get over it, but right now it's just not. I don't know. Anyway, thank you everyone. I hope you have a good day or night. Thanks for hanging out for this cute little stream. We got some stuff done, etc. Anyway, we're gonna go raid Bluebird Breeze, who is live with some unpacking. If you don't know, they just got their own place for the first time, which is super awesome. And yeah, they're just cool and great, and yeah, that's about it. All right, take care, everyone. We're gonna raid in 3, 2, 1. Bye.